Hi everyone. Today we're going to be looking at the Alderaan Warzone. FreakShow from the Hammer Station walkthrough, as well as the Void Star PvP video, is joining me to give us an Imperial perspective on the battle. We also are joined by Belvgor, one of the members of the Hammer Station walkthrough, and joining us for the first time on these commentaries. How you guys doing?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing relatively well. FreakShow, you having a good time over there?
I'm just hoping it's a lot better than the Void Star ending. That was just embarrassing. Ugh.
Well, you know, I'll try to make you a little happier, but I don't like to make you too happy because I love seeing you when you're miserable. Your tears are delicious.
Well, watching you die is delicious too, so hopefully there's more than just 2 deaths from you this time.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
No promises.
Ah.
So right now we're just queuing up. We're waiting for the Warzone to get started. We're buffing, getting all those out, and I'm taking a look at the scenery here, which is simply amazing. They did an excellent job on this Warzone. And in the latest patch notes, because this is from the open beta weekend, this is, in the latest patch notes, getting a visual enhancement for the sky, so it's actually going to look even nicer come launch.
Yeah, and what they're waiting around for is a speed bike, a speeder, and it will take them around in a circle around the middle, and then land them in the middle next to the point, the giant cannon that you see right in front of you here.
Belvgor, did you get a chance to try into the PvP this weekend?
I've actually only got to try out the hut ball PvP scenario, but I was really interested in this one because since it gives off like the feeling of a Arathi Basin, but with more purpose, it seems.
And it's the action feels a lot more fast-paced in this one. It doesn't seem like it takes as long as Arathi Basin does either.
Yeah.
Well, and the visual representation of the guns actually shooting at the ships and hurting the shield of the ships, as opposed to just a flag that's lowering the opponent's whatever.
Go, go, go.
Come on.
If you
You guys were saying that in the friggin' walkthrough, too.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what we're referring to there, just go enjoy the Hammer Station walkthrough. At the very beginning, we have a little fun with FreakShow there, because everyone's waiting on them. One thing to remember, though, is if you die in a Warzone here, please always remember to activate your Swift, because once you die, it deactivates, and as you'll be able to see when I do die at some point in this, I do forget to activate my Swift again. But right now we sent... Sprint. Swift, Sprint, whatever. But we sent a few of our guys over to the left turret from our perspective. The Imperials sent some to the right turret. And then the majority of our force went and battled it out in the middle. So just a traditional standard strategy for this Warzone.
And that strategy works out pretty well so far, as you guys are able to actually focus people down, whereas the Imperials don't know how to focus your healer, who is just keeping everyone alive.
Yeah, and I'm kiting the Sith warrior that is on me, just running him around in circles right now. He does manage to get me stopped in just a second here. But now we're going to do a little bit more running and keep him from hitting me. And it's an excellent strategy just to keep him moving around because, as you can see, sometimes here he can't get in range to hit me.
I can already see like one problem with the Sith warrior already not using a really good strategy of following the tank instead of going for the healer, because since I can actually see that your health keeps going back up.
Well, yeah, I don't know why all of them aren't focusing on the healer, because the healer's been healing them through everything, and no one's like, oh, look, that guy has light armor and a full force bar and healing everyone.
Very common mistake that I've encountered in previous MMOs.
But and now they're finally killing him after everyone else has already died on their team.
Yep,
yeah.
And so they managed to get Jin down, so we're not going to get some necessary heals, but it ends up not affecting us too much because we just finished getting pretty much everyone down. The last guy is up here. He does manage to scoot back far enough so I can't shoot him, which is what I was trying to do there, so I moved up, and then we just knock him out, and before he can stop us, we actually managed to capture the center point.
And then we decide to have a flashpoint perspective of sending one person at a time, because that is the most effective route.
Of course.
Seems like I got a power tech bounty hunter too coming in there.
Well, they try to get us. We have that guy. He walks into the fray a little bit, but we focus on him for a little bit of time and knock him out while I continuously kite around the Sith Warrior again.
So, Bell, you played the Power Tech Bounty Hunter, right?
Yeah.
So,
Level 29.
how was that in PvP at all? How was the Bounty Hunter different than another class?
It's very similar to how like Grates is playing as the trooper, because since they're pretty much the mirror class and stuff, and you can see the survivability like really helps in PvP, and plus apparently the armor is just way too awesome looking that it attracts every Sith warrior in sight.
That is true.
Yeah, I found that I was able to get a lot of people's attention just changing targets a lot and focusing on different people and getting them to attack me, where I can absorb the damage and Jin's heals can go off for massive and keep me alive, whereas if they focus on someone like Oakley, who is our gunslinger DPS, they'd be able to kill him pretty quickly.
I was actually able to do one PvP though, in the 20s bracket when I already had my grapple move, and that proved to be very helpful for when I was getting healed, because since I was able to grapple people off the healer and bring all the way towards me and keep them at bay from the healer.
Yeah, I do end up doing that to Oakley at a point here, and we'll point that out to the rest of you watching at home. Here we're just fighting over this left point. We decided to go and try to take it back. So we're just going to focus a little bit. He did put a shield on that guy. I did notice that that was their healer, and as a Vanguard I don't have enough DPS to take him down by myself, so I switched targets. I kept him occupied though, so he couldn't heal his members, which is another nice little strategy if you got a healer and a DPS there.
Yeah, and healing in Warzones is fun, but also can be tedious at points, because if all the enemy DPS is focusing on one person, then you can't usually heal through all of that. Whereas if they split up, then you can do quick flash heals on each person and keep them all up for a long time. And now you're capturing the point.
Yeah. One common mistake I'm seeing with a lot of the Imperials mostly, like, cause since I can, obviously you can tell that, on your side, Grates, you guys have pretty much all TGO members, so you guys have a little bit more organization going, but I'm not seeing, like, really any CC going on from any of the Imperials, like the Bounty Hunter. That was a power tech that got killed, like, a few minutes ago. And he didn't really use any of his other CC moves of getting out of, trouble.
Yeah, right now we're just going to sit here and hold this for a little bit. I am doing a little search for stealth here while I channel my hatred through my gun and shoot out lightning.
Shooting out lightning. Shooting a lightning through a gun. That's just ridiculous.
Pretty OP, huh?
Completely.
Just don't cross the streams, Grates.
Well, luckily we don't have any other troopers in this video that I have to worry about, so no crossing the streams. As you can see up there, the cannon was pulsing its rounds after the Imperial ship at the sky, so that is one of the amazing visuals. Unfortunately, I don't look up too much during this war zone, so you don't see some of the better graphics.
And now the beta is closing.
Yeah, this was at the end of the open beta weekend, so unfortunately we were coming to an end. We decided to go try and 3-cap the right-hand side one. We were hoping to get by unopposed and no one find us, but someone decided to come down and spy on us. They do try to run away here in just a second, but we're not having any of that.
And you're throwing... Jinro's throwing rocks at them.